Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And this is my brief daily message of hope today. And Dot is off at the groomer's getting a bath and getting shampooed and being given the royal treatment today. So she's not here this morning. But I've been thinking, that song I played at the beginning from 1968, keeps coming back to me because I keep running into people today during my just everyday things that I do. People who are struggling to find home. Now, you may be one of them. People who have moved around so much in many different places and locations and states and cities and continents, and they really don't know where their home is anymore. And that sort of disconnection leads to some internal turmoil for us when we're not sure where we belong. And of course, we know that the ultimate answer is that we belong to the Lord our God. We didn't ask to come here. He brought us here and placed us here. And when our days are finished, then we've done what He needs us to do or failed to do what He needs us to do, He takes us to His place in the spiritual realm so that we can spend eternity with Him or apart from Him. We sort of send ourselves to hell. But whatever, there is God's rescue mission to us in His Lord Jesus. And so there was a song in 1968, that one I just played, by a Scottish band called Marmalade, that struck a chord for an entire generation of us who lived through the Vietnam War. And so many people were displaced back then. Because the lead singer, Dean Ford, had such a compelling voice. First of all, he was by far the most popular rock musician in Scotland. And when he died just a couple of years ago, the entire nation of Scotland mourned for him because of that one-hit wonder called Reflections of My Life. And the words are a yearning for home. As a matter of fact, that's what the lyrics say. You know, the world is a bad place, a sad place, a terrible place to live, but I don't want to die. And then the refrain goes, take me back to my own home. Now, Marmalade toured the world on that hit. As a matter of fact, they were playing it right up until Dean Ford died a few years ago. Such is the power of a song that talks about yearning for home. You've been there. I've been there. We move around. Life puts us in temporary locations, and sometimes we get so turned around and facing in strange earthly directions that we get confused. Where is home? I remember going to Alabama back in the 1980s to look at the old Sellers homestead. I saw pictures of this big old house from the antebellum days, pre-Civil War. And I couldn't wait to get back there. I discovered that my Sellers family went back into Alabama. And when I got there, the old home I was waiting to see was a burned down shell. It was simply a field. It was gone. And then when I discovered that my great-grandfather at one point lived in Waco in the 1880s and 1890s, I went to Waco and I even had the address on an old letter. And I went to that address to see the old Sellers homestead. It was a vacant lot. The house had been destroyed years and decades before that. And that turns us upside down. The houses we grew up in as children change ownership. They get remodeled. They get destroyed. People move around. But our home is with the Lord. Remember that Jesus tells us, and it's in the gospel today, remain in my love, and I will remain with you and in you, and that my joy might be in you, and that your joy might be complete. Remain in my love. Our ultimate home is with Him. And so the fact that He is with us every minute of every day can get us through this earthly journey. And so we don't have to say with Dean Ford of the band Marmalade, take me back to my own home. The one who has built that home for us is with us right now. Hold fast to him. God bless you, and God willing, I will see you here tomorrow, and I'm sure Dot will be here with me. God bless you.